When you're building an app, good architecture isn't about adding new features, it's about not painting yourself into a corner. I've been building Asset Enrich, and so far, I've been able to build a few enrichment microservices that store data in a pretty simple way. I've broken down each type of enrichment into aggregators. DNS records go under a DNS aggregator, HTTP request data lives under an HTTP aggregator, and email records live under an email aggregator. And that works at first. But the real power about data isn't just about storing it, it's about leveraging it to tell different stories. And here's a good example. We currently treat DNS and email as separate use cases. We classify things like A records and C names as DNS, but then we classify SPF, DKIM, and DMARC records as email. But then there are MX records. Now these logically belong under DNS, but they can also help paint the picture for email related use cases. So instead of duplicating work, we need to come up with a fix. So I'm introducing something called a retriever function. Retriever functions don't fetch new data by default. Instead, they'll check if data already exists in our cache and that it's still fresh. So if someone wants to call the endpoint for the email enrichment aggregator, we'll pull SPF, DKIM, and DMARC, check if DNS data for that domain is still fresh, and we'll retrieve the MX record if it already exists. And if it's stale, we'll refresh that DNS data and then pull the MX record. That's how we can keep our data organized, but still give ourselves the flexibility to tell different stories with it. Now we can apply similar thinking to the API itself. At the base level, Asset Enrich has 3 core paths and enrichment GET requests for each identifier. On top of that, we can add focused use cases for each asset. This will make it simple, predictable, and extensible. And later on, we can build on this architecture to expose more flexible endpoints for power users who want to build their own queries. My key takeaway here for you is this. As much as part of our brain just wants to deploy code, spending time mind mapping your system, your data, your APIs, the growth path of your product sets you up to build this thing once and saves you from painful rewrites later. A little upfront thought beats a full re-architecture any day of the week. I'll see you in the next devlog.